So this is lab 7-3, comprehensive case, Dillard store data, creating KPIs in Excel. In this lab, I'm going to build a KPI, and in this case, I'm trying to assess whether sales have improved the same date a year earlier. And specifically, I'm going to create a baseline measure in Excel and set a target value. These two measures will be used to create a KPI to compare sales data across two different periods. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open Excel. Have it open right here. File, options. I then want to go to add-ins. I'm going to go here to com add-ins go. I want to add Microsoft Power Pivot for Excel. Well, it's already here because I did this for the other lab. I just want to make sure it's there. I want to next. What we'll do next is I'm going to get my data from in my Excel file, database, SQL Server database. I'll be using the server ESS Q01, and I'm going to put in my server, my database. I'm going to go to advanced options and type in my SQL statement, and I'll be right back. So to put in my SQL Server statement, I'm going to press OK. I'm going to press edit, see where I made my mistake. So I corrected it. I added another apostrophe after the date, and here's my data. Next thing I'm going to do is load my data. I'm going to click load. No. So there was an error in regards to how much can be loaded onto the worksheet. So I'm going to go ahead, delete this sheet, so I can change the amount of data updating. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to home, data, get data, SQL Server database. I'm just going to type in that server, database, and advanced options again. And I'm going to change the date from 0901 to 0909. I'll show you that in a second. All right, so here I changed it from September 1st to September 9th. I'm going to put my data in and have that load. I'll be back when it finishes. So as you can see here, it has loaded and all of the rows within those parameters are here. So the next step is going to be to insert a pivot table. So insert pivot table. For my table, I wanted to say my query 2, since I did it again. I want to make sure to add this data to the data model. I'll press OK. It's going to load and I'll be right back when it finishes. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Power Pivot, which is right here. Click that. Click measures, new measure. My table name is going to be query 2, and I'm going to change my measure name to be average. This is trend amount. And the next thing I'm going to do is type the formula here. Average query 2, and I'm going to do trans amount. I'm going to put a parentheses around that. And I want it to be general. So the defaulted one. Press OK. Perfect. And I'm going to be right back with the next step. So right now, as you can see here, I scroll down. My average trend amount is clicked, so you can see that here. I don't need it clicked right now. And I'm going to go ahead and go to KPI. New KPI. And I only want to have one measure added to the spreadsheet. So the base field defaults. And if I have more than one measure, I will use a drop down and select the measure I wanted to use for the base field. But right now, I'm just going to do input of 23, which is the absolute value, 23. And then I want to have this one clicked, and we'll go ahead and press OK. And then it pops up over here. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my trans date here. I'm going to go click on the, where is it? The status. One second. Going back in, I'm going to click the goal, the status, and then as you can see, this one's not close. So what you can do is manage the KPI that's already created, edit. For the example, then you make it 15. See what that does. So now you can see they're super close right here. And if you change KPI to 25, I don't think it'll be close at all. Yeah, things are a lot further. So in conclusion, this KPI shows the average transaction for each of the 15 days in my data range. And that is it for lab 7-3 comprehensive case, Dillard store data, creating KPIs. Thank you.